Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
wait on yet. Wait, hold on, what's this?
There you go.
Hello.
There we go.
Yes, that's much better.
Much. How are you doing? Those boots.
Thank you.
Those are snazzy.
Thank you. I like my boots. They're very, very comfortable. They're very comfortable. I wear them all the time. Yes.
Be like that when I saw
Thank
them.
you. Thank you for mentioning
Absolutely. No, they're fantastic. Is this your first time in Raleigh, North Carolina?
Yes. It's
Okay.
not my first time in North Carolina. I did the Grandfather Mountain Highland Games. I think that was about 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
Which was great. Beautiful part of the
Fantastic
country.
stuff, yes.
Oh, amazing. I had a great time. When there was a minor tornado that came through.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
listen, even
that
though
destroyed my cabin. Yes, only mine. Only mine. I was fortunately tasting whiskey at the
Okay,
time.
I was going to ask, you weren't in it, were you?
No, they invited me down for a whiskey tasting, and I went down there. And honestly, it was only the whiskey that saved me, really. And I came back, and the whole roof had been torn up, and trees were lying around, and yeah, so
That's insane.
it's a bit dramatic.
To be saved by whiskey, that must have
well, we're all saved by whiskey.
well preserved, that's what we'll call it.
Yes.
Clearly there's some people that want to ask you some questions, and I don't want to get in the way of that.
Please,
So
yes.
let's open up the floor.
Open up the floor. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me? All right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I
I
love
could probably hear you right from here. It's like,
well,
are we?
this is my first GalaxyCon, so this is interesting.
Welcome.
Thank you. On The Hobbit, there all the different dwarves. Were there things that you did as a group to like build camaraderie amongst all of you? You know what I mean? Like before you went into it, so you kind of had a connection as a group.
Yes. Well, there were lots of things really. I mean, we had the formal things, which were what they called dwarf boot camp. Every show, every film that I do now has boot camp attached to it. So there's Outlander boot camp. There was Highland boot camp. There was kind of Preacher boot camp. There wasn't Lucifer boot camp, but there was definitely Hobbit boot camp, dwarf boot camp. And on the Hobbit, they had us doing dwarf movement, which, to be absolutely honest with you, we spent 3 months doing it with a fantastic movement trainer called Terry Notary, who is an amazing guy. I mean, he's one of the main apes in Planet of the Apes. And
That is a compliment too, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, he's trained movement for all sorts of different people, but he was training us for dwarf movement. And we spent 3 months learning how to walk as dwarves, which he was very keen to make. And we did, some people did better than others. But the simple truth is that once we put the costumes on, they were so heavy that you could only walk like a dwarf. So, yeah, that was pointless. We learnt the dwarvish language. I mean, no offense to anybody that speaks fluent dwarvish in the audience, but it's
Anyone?
not a big language to have in your repertoire, You're not going to be able to order food much with it, so that was a little bit pointless too. The weapons training, we did a lot of weapons training, stunt training, so we did all that kind of formal stuff. But the informal stuff was, we just went out and had dinner a lot together. And I mean, I'm a personal believer, not just in anything like films or television, but in theatre, when I used to do theatre, that the time outside of rehearsal, if you're together with the cast, is as important in some ways, because it helps build trust. And you need to be able to trust each other in those situations, because you're placing yourself in a kind of vulnerable position often. So we did a lot of drinking and eating. Yes, a lot of that.
Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good question.